Hey folks, Duke CT here back once again, and well, I'm making a video. Well, first off, I gotta say my WrestleMania 28 review will be done hopefully by Saturday, if not later, because I know finals week. I gotta work on these other things I gotta do for writing class and all that type of stuff. Wish me luck. So and everything else. But anyway, let's get on to what I'm gonna be talking about today. Like I said, Ring of Honor. Well, anyway, about Ring of Honor, this Ring of Honor rant. Let me go on and say everything else about Ring of Honor. And don't get me wrong, I really do love Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, to me, is probably one of the best companies right now, if not the best wrestling company right now in North America, compared to TNA and WWE. They do a lot of good things. They're pushing young talent. They're giving other people times to shine. I have no qualms with people like the tag champions, the Briscoes. I have no qualms with Davey Richards. I have no qualms with TV Championship and all that type of stuff. And I heard they're building a women's division, which is good because I really think if you really need something really positive, because WWE had a good women's division once upon a time. They actually had something, and they might doing something right now, but you know what I mean. And TNA used to be something I look forward to. I used to look forward to watching a good women's division and seeing Amazing Khan, Risha Saeed, ODB, Gail, all those type of good, those great female talent, Tara and all that type of stuff. But instead, we have this whole thing going on right now. It's just, I don't want. It just really is bad, and that's the thing. But that's another video for another time. We're going to talk about Ring of Honor. And I have to say, and I'm going to be honest with you, even though I do like Davey Richards and what have you and what everything else is, I really think Ring of Honor is not really, it's just, to me, it's too many serious characters, too many Davey Richards and not many, El Genericos or, Kevin Steen, people that lighten this stuff up, because Ring of Honor right now is, to me, way too serious. The company is way too serious. It's like, why so serious? There's nothing, it's not, because wrestling is good on a serious edge, but it needs to liven things up. Little smiles, like something exciting is happening. Have a little fun. That's what's missing in Ring of Honor. There's not much, what the fun and everything else is. It's just well, I don't want to say it, but blah. Especially what I hear from the 10th anniversary show. A lot of people were very pissed off at that, and I may or may not review that later. If you want me to review that for my last review of standing, comment on it, because last Ring of Honor pay-per-view I did see on pay-per-view was Best in the World of last year. And I did watch Best in the World last year. It was really good. Seeing David Richards winning the championship or what have you. And honestly, since then, the Ring of Honor has just floated on with this. I think they lasted way too long with the Eddie Edwards thing. And the reason why I get is because they're trying to build up other people. But, I think they dragged out this whole Eddie Edwards versus Davey Richards thing way too long. In fact, and it just culminated to the 10th anniversary show where, when you look at it, and I looked at the card, it didn't scream out, and that's the reason why I didn't buy it, is because it didn't scream out 10th anniversary. There was nothing really like saying profound. It didn't do anything like profoundly, saying this is the culmination or what have you, of Ring of Honor. It just felt like, not a pay-per-view, which is something, it just came out like, what the WWE's having is it's just another pay-per-view, another pay-per-view. We'll just throw something up there for it. It's like a hassle instead of something as a celebration. And another thing that's interesting about Ring of Honor is something that I think some people would agree with, and even though some people might not agree with, what have you, is that when you look at sometimes Davey Richards, he's falling in the same trap. To me personally, he's falling in the same trap Tyler Blackwood into. You have people starting to get interested. The challengers, and the heels are becoming more interesting than the person. Kevin Steen is more interesting than Davey Richards. and actually has more things going on than David Richards and everything else. I mean, this is the problem with David. I think this is the problem. As much as I love David Richards, his opponent structure has been, well, not interesting. A championship reign is not only defined how long you have, it's the people you fight. And it's been only, who has he really fought in Ring of Honor besides Eddie Edwards and his proteges? That's what's been the problem with Davey Richards. He never found anyone else fighting against him. I mean, sure, you have Jay Lethal or what have you, but at the end of the day, there's nothing really, can you say, really challenge him. Like, what have you. Okay, Kevin Steen is, but I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin Steen finding Ring of Honor, the whole outlook of Ring of Honor or what have you, is a lot more interesting instead of just him, Davey Richards, just, trying to be, that sort of thing, fighting against everyone else. I mean, there's nothing else out there. Nobody else is there. And, that sort of thing. And that's really a shame because there's a lot of people I do like. I mean, Mike Bennett, I know a lot of people Ring of Honor hate him or what have you. And people will just say the TV championship would be dishonored or what have you if he wins it. But I think his character is brilliant. He's a sports entertainer in pro wrestling, which I thought that's a brilliant thing. I think he should be featured more often. Heck, I would have loved him actually win a TV title. Heck, you know what? Personally, I would like him to get like a fluke win off of Davey Richards or something, of him actually challenging for the world title. If the Kevin Steen stuff was like later put on, or if they were going to drag the Kevin Steen thing out, I would like to have that storyline as well. Like, Mike Bennett somehow by a fluke or something, what have you, won that Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship, what have you. That sort of thing, and have Davey Richards be shot or what have you, and have him climb back the ranks to get him. That sort of thing. As, being the pro wrestler versus, a guy who wants to use wrestling as a launching pad, for Hollywood, what have you. And by the way, and someone who's named the Prodigy, I don't know if it's a part of his character or part of something else, but he always loses a lot for someone who named the Prodigy. I don't know, to me, he should get some success early on, and I don't know why did not have, pulled the trigger and made him like the TV champ or what have you. That to me would really show that Mike Bennett, would really, that sort of thing. It's just to me really just, it's something like that. I mean, to me personally, I gotta say, as much as I love Roderick Strong and his crazy, horrible promos and what have you, besides those, God, seriously, his promos are just, wow. Roderick Strong is just, I don't know, the day he wins the WWE Championship would be a miracle. I personally, I would just love, seriously, just imagine Roderick Strong winning the Ring of Honor, not the Ring of Honor, winning the WWE title with someone like Punk or Cena or whatever, just dress him. It would be hilarious, him trying to fire back in the mic. It would probably be so horrible that it would just be amazing. Just imagine that view. Just imagine Roderick Strong trying to talk down CM Punk. It would just be amazing. Anyway, but honestly, personally, I feel Roderick Strong, as good as he is, should not be TV champion at this point. It should be someone like Mike Bennett, or maybe Tommaso Ciampa. I know he was being built up as a guy winning the TV championship, and then he just floated around. And it really just bothers me that the TV, someone like that championship is, not really used to really build someone. Someone to me should be, I think Jay Lethal was a good guy to have the champions or what have you. I think personally, I think El Generico should have a better chance, a longer reign with it. I think he would have. I think El Generico should have had the TV championship on longer reign than he had. But Jay Lethal was a good champion. He held it for 231 days. Thank you, Wikipedia. But honestly, I just feel that if you would have built someone like Tommaso Ciampa or someone like Mike Bennett would have made the championship so much more interesting, a lot more fun than Roderick who can't deliver a promo to save his life strong. And that's the aspect. That's the main problem. And it's just, and worse, he's just still going out like, you know, he just goes and just talks and like, and they're trying to tease this whole thing with him and Michael Elgin, him team up and everything else, and leaving with them and having maybe Michael Elgin with the TV title or something. And if somehow, if Truth Martini was smart, he would go with Michael Elgin, because at least Michael Elgin actually looks like he actually has a future than someone like Roderick, Strong, who, well, let's be honest, while he is good in the ring as a promo, the guy who can make a promo, he's just, well, how you can say dead in the water. I mean, but hey, that's just my opinion. I would like to hear y'all's. But anyway, that's my major gist of the Ring of Honor rant today. Hope you liked it and what have you. But that's all I have to say. But one more thing. One more thing before I go. This thing else. Ring of Honor really needs to, hopefully, when they do start off this women's division, hopefully they do start it right. I mean, I want them to actually get girls. Women, women who actually know how to. And still some ones from TNA or WWE are not being used. I would not be surprised if this whole Funkasaurus thing flies away or something, or what have you. I mean, Naomi, or what have you, Naomi, Naomi from NXT3, who I thought was really underrated. She was really good off it. I mean, when you just go back and watch, I think WWE still has the NXT3 season up on WWE.com. And watch her matches. She is really good. I mean, she's better than most of the divas on there. I'm like, really? She's a rookie. I was like, she's a rookie? Really? She moves better. Heck, she runs the ring moves better than Kelly. And yes, how long has Kelly been on WWE? Like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Still can't run to the damn ring ropes. I mean, I don't know. It just really bothers me that someone like her, Kelly with her, her stuff and what have you, can still be on top of the WWE, yet someone like Natomi's just doing the dances and what have you. But don't get me wrong, it's nice to see her dance, but it's just amazing that, just the talent is so wasted. It's wasted. I mean, can someone tell me do they at least wrestle on Superstars? Maybe, do they go back to NXT? Something, please? Do they? If not, waste of talent. But, and there's a lot, some good, I think there's still some good female wrestlers in TNA. I know Mistake Testmark getting a push, but I guarantee Ring of Honor, pays them a little more. I don't know what the pay structure of Ring of Honor and how their talent and everything else is, but I think it's probably a lot better than the TNA's ones, especially for the female rosters. I keep hearing it's pretty dreadful if you are a female wrestler. Like, you get paid for $200-300 per appearance, and that's you have to have bus fare or what have you. That sort of thing. They don't pay you. You got to pay your way in. That sort of stuff. The hotels and what have you. I wouldn't be surprised if Ring of Honor tries to steal some of those girls away from TNA as well. So I think this is going to be something really more interesting. I just hope they do it right, and then if they do it right, they can actually start building, maybe even a tag division, which some of the TNA should do. But hopefully, if Ring of Honor does it, if Ring of Honor does this, and everything else, hopefully they have time enough for the show. In fact, maybe make it not 2 hours, but maybe a second show to do this, which I think TNA really desperately needs. But then again, that's another topic for another time, and videos, what have you. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Dixie T here. Peace and love. I'll see you when I see y'all. Later.